the main event segment that changed everything. The new World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns appeared and took a slow walk from his car all the way to gorilla position where he saw the Usos. And as he was about to go out to the ring, he paused and stopped, looked back at the Usos and kind of gave him the nod to say, come along, which seemed to have made Jimmy Uso very giddy. And we saw the old bloodline of old for the first time in a while. The Usos accompanying Roman Reigns to the ring, just like times of old. And just on a side note, now, I've always said, and this is before I started doing YouTube, that Roman Reigns never truly turned into a babyface. Yes, we fans may have turned him into a babyface because we started cheering him, and Roman Reigns started, I guess, acknowledging us in some way because we were only acknowledging him. But Roman Reigns never truly turned into a babyface. You can see the cogs are turning. Roman Reigns misses or has missed what used to be the championship, the money, the fame, the acknowledgement from the people and his family. And you can see it. You can see it in his eyes, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Roman Reigns were telling the Usos that they are blood and not servant. And he said to the Usos that, hey, listen, I want to see you guys back on top again, but I don't want you to see you guys serving me this time. I want to see you guys standing beside me, which hasn't really changed, I guess. That's kind of what Roman Reigns' MO has always been since Roman Reigns became the tribal chief. It's just he doesn't want anyone challenging for his championship. But with that said, I forgot exactly what Jimmy Uso said, but Jimmy Uso said something on the mic, stood beside Roman and raised his finger in the air and acknowledged him, followed by Jey Uso, who went to the other side of him, and you could see Roman looking from side to side as almost to say, wow, I forgot what that feels like. And as Roman was about to raise his finger, then we heard the music of Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu stepped up into the ring, up to the tribal chief's face, challenging him for a title match at Backlash, making it clear he wants everything Roman has. And I love the way they did this, because a lot of Jacob Fatu's backstory in his feud with Drew McIntyre was like, look, I came from nothing. Yeah, sure, I had a big name and a big fan behind me, but I was in prison, I was in a lot of trouble, and I'm turning my life around. I got a big family, which I think he has like 7 kids, and I'm trying to make something of myself. So when Jacob Fatu came into the ring, Roman Reigns basically said, listen, there can only be one reason why you're out here. It's either you come out here to acknowledge me, do you remember what I said? Or you want this. Now, before we get into that part, that's the Roman Reigns of old creeping back in. He wants your acknowledgement. He hasn't done it for a while, but he's got the championship now. He's got his cousins by his side again. Everything's great. The only thing he's missing is his wise man. But I think Roman Reigns is at a point now where he feels like he can do it by himself. You can almost say he lost confidence over the past couple of years as he lost his wise man. Jacob Fatu says, no, I'm not out here to acknowledge you. And I don't want that, alluding to the World Heavyweight Championship, but I need that. I want the fame. I want the money. I want the shoe deals. I want to take care of my kids and I want to take care of my family. And you could almost see Roman Reigns say, man, no, no, you're not supposed to be saying this. No, what are you doing? You can see that look on his face. Going back to years of old, Roman Reigns never liked it whenever anybody challenged for his position. And one more thing to point out is WWE has done a very good job in keeping Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu separated. Yes, I know Jacob Fatu was a part of Solo Sikoa's new bloodline, but even then, they did a very good job in keeping them separated. I think, I forgot what pay-per-view it was, but there was a moment where Jacob Fatu was taken out during the match, just so he wouldn't have to come face-to-face with Roman Reigns. They've always done a very good job in keeping this separate. So when the right time comes, which seems to be now, it feels special. So Roman Reigns practically looked at Jacob Fatu and says, okay, well, if you're showing to do this, can you handle what it's like being at the top? And if you're not successful in your quest for becoming World Heavyweight Champion, can you handle acknowledging me? Doesn't this seem like the Roman Reigns of old? It never changed. And I forgot who kept saying it for the longest while, but they kept saying Roman Reigns has not changed. And he hasn't. And we know this because when Roman Reigns got out the ring, he looked at Jimmy and said, talk some sense into him. Almost as if Roman Reigns doesn't want to fight him. Does Roman Reigns just want to fight him because he's blood? Or does Roman Reigns just want to fight him because of what WWE has done very well? They've kept him separate. They're alluding to the fact that deep down, Roman Reigns might just be a little bit scared and a little bit petrified of the Samoan werewolf because he's not like the others. He's not a gimmick like Jimmy and Jay. No. He's not, I wouldn't call Solo Sikoa naive, but there's just something about Solo that made Roman Reigns not fear him. But there's something about Jacob Fatu that makes Roman Reigns quake just a little bit. But as the tribal chief, he has to save face. He can't back down. He can't show weakness. But he's definitely going to have that fight, even though he doesn't seem so sure of himself.